Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm FTG Full Tilt Gaming. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to what is the first of a little mini series that we are going to do here on the Onair Airline Manager. I have struggled, to say the least, with this. And I'm going to try to do at least a 3 or 4 video series that's going to kind of break down some things to watch, especially in the beginning. And also just go ahead and let's just start in the Thunder world. This is the hardest. This is the the most. It's only the hardest because when you typically start out and stuff like this, you have no idea what you're doing. So you're just kind of clicking through stuff until it finally lets you do something and track it. And then you're like, oh crap, well, this was the totally wrong thing to do. So I'm going to try to use this opportunity to kind of like give you guys some pointers about choosing and how to start out this job and how to make money and XP really fast. We're going to do some comparative looking at jobs versus what they give you as level 1, 2, 3 missions. And then kind of start from there. I'm going to break into aircraft rental and some other things here and some hype. We're going to kind of look at some examples of kind of what we might be looking at. OnAir makes it really hard to kind of do multiple things and kind of teach you guys how some of this stuff works, because I've kind of learned it through restarting the company 8 times, and I don't want to really do it anymore. So I kind of want to stay with what I'm at, because I'm actually halfway through my level 2. And I want to kind of continue to keep progressing. So we're going to kind of do some example pieces for our second and third videos that I think I'll be able to wrap my mind around that for a video. So really, first one we're going to talk about is examples of, especially really just how to make a lot of XP and a lot of money in Airline Manager and do it quick and from the start in the hardest world, which is the Thunder world. You have the Cumulus, and I can't remember the middle one, which is a intermediate, and then this one is the hard. So once you get in, create your company, it's going to put you in Cumulus mode. Go to Cumulus mode, which up here, I guess this would be at the very beginning. I don't even know if I can even go back to the lobby. Right here. So it'll say once you create your account, it'll say something like you're currently playing in Cumulus. You want to change that world to Thunder, and then once you do, it'll actually basically create a new company. Then you'll go to the online persistent world. So after you hit play, go back into your online persistence world. It'll bring you into this screen, which will look a little different, but not too much, because I've only done the one job. And I've got some pending jobs and a little bit of cash, but it's not, you're not gonna make bukus on your first one. You can see what we've done, registered some flights, we've done the one job, so it's not the end of the world here. But I do want to kind of walk through a few things of what you need to do as you're starting out looking through this. Once you've created everything, there's one thing that you need to kind of work to, and that's figure out exactly what aircraft or what airport you want to start out in. I will say it's not all that important, but I will say once you start out in something, it needs to be somewhere that you want to continually want to fly. So whether this is around your home, pick an airport that's big enough to be able to support planes and also jobs and cargo. So you may actually create one, look at it, and look at all the jobs in that airport and decide that this really isn't a place that you want to be. There's really not much out of this place. So just go ahead and restart the company, pick a new place to join into, and then try a new airport and see what the jobs and stuff are. And you'll see how to do that once you start in. You'll wind up restarting it. Just if you want to know, go to options, go to global settings. Right there's where it restarts your company. So basically, it just restarts it right off the bat, and you can create a new one. Use all the same names, all the same pseudos, and all that kind of stuff, and just make sure you throw it into the Thunder world. Because if you have any aspirations of having your friends fly for you, or even open up virtual airline operations, you have to do that in the Thunder world, and you have to make lots of money, because it needs 100,000 buy-in for shares of the company. We're talking IRL meets simulation is IRL. Like, this can be a job if you make it, if you let it. So don't let it, but have fun doing it, but don't let it become a job. But you can do a VA operations here and create a virtual airline, but you need 100,000K. You start out with 10K in the Thunder world. So we got some work to do. So let's show you how to make some of that money. In your skills tree, you will notice all this will be blank. One job on the level 1 mission gave me a hiring agreement, passenger license, and bank loan agreement. Gave me 3 skill points to distribute in my tree already. So that's pretty awesome. That's why I say it's good to have the XP. And the reason why you need good XP is I'm about to take you to the jobs. This is the part that I just did not get. I just did not understand. What in the world am I doing? Why is this stuff just so flipping hard to find? So let's just say at SVH. I'm going to just put that because that's where I'm based, and that's where we'll use this as our explanation. I can't do that at JSVH. All right, so let's query our logistics center. Now it pulls up a lot of jobs. Now my suggestion is to pull these jobs in via the distance. So we'll start smallest because you want to kind of do a lot of jobs, but you want to do them quickly. The other thing you really kind of need to watch for is your legs, which is this L over here. You can see we've got 2 legs. These are 5-leg trips. And if you want to see all these, you can either click on this like in the here, and it'll show you where these things are, what the kind of trip was, nautical miles, and it'll tell you. This one's actually not too bad because this one actually goes from SVH to SPA, and then it goes from SPA back to SVH. So that's actually a pretty good one because it's a back and forth round trip. Not all of these are. Some of these, like this one above here, this event logistics, you can't do this in any way. But essentially some of these, well, actually, let's go to somewhere else yeah, like here you go. It's a perfect example. This one right here is taking you from SVH up to Danville Regional, and then it's taking you back to Smith Reynolds. Well, so you've got to go back to SVH twice. So really it's 4 trips just to take 2 loads. And so you're really not going to make money on that. Okay, just even though it's $13,000, yeah, that sounds great, but you're going to be flying a while, especially, and then on top of that, you have to have a passenger rating, and it's a decent amount of distance. That's 92 times 4. It's a pretty good haul. What you need to focus on is none of this, because look right here. You get a little bit of bonus in the Thunderworld for good landings, for correct operations. You don't really get it for checklists, but like if you use your landing lights the right way, if you use any of your beacons, nav lights, if you use all that stuff the right way, then you get a little bit of extra XP. But it's not anything to like, seriously do any kind of like real damage, because look at the XP on this. So let's say you did that trip. We have 4 XP. So the XP really for this part of the exercise in this, they don't really tell you to do this unless you read. This is not the best way to make money, okay? It just isn't. I don't care what this number over here says. It's just not a good way to make money. So the best way to make money is right here under pending. This is always there. It never goes away. Now I'm on level 2 mission, local jobs, and that's from your home base airport. Your home base airport, mine is SVH. I'm now on level 2. The first job that I did was SVH. It originally was sending me almost to Virginia, but it was basically north of Greensboro. It was about, I want someone to say it's almost 190 some nautical miles away. So it was almost on I was actually north of Raleigh, not Greensboro. It was on the north end of Raleigh. And so that was a haul in the SR-22 from, SVH all the way over here. And I was, getting good XP and the pay was good. And I was like, wow, this is such a long trip. I was like, I don't want to sit here for an hour and a half, just from point A to point B direct, because it was perfect VFR weather. So I hit regenerate because I hadn't done this trip yet. And it literally sent me from SVH to Hickory, 36 miles away. It sent me over to Hickory and I still made 2,000 XP. And I was able to carry $5,000 for that. It was $5,000 for the other one too. And then I got a little bit extra pay for good landings, for landing light, proper landing light use, a proper beacon and nav light use and stuff. Like it'll give you these on-air warnings, like taking off with flaps instead of just doing a flat out takeoff. All of those things like kind of help give you a little bit of XP and boost at the end. But you still get the 2,000 is what you want because you want to level up. You want to get your skill tree filled up because that's going to allow you to take more jobs and better paying jobs. And also you need more pay so that you can rent better aircraft that are suited for either cargo or passengers, because that's where the other money's at. So the best way to make money is this right here. Okay, so our second third, we're going to actually break down how to get out of these, how to load up your aircraft, look for your proper aircraft, and those kinds of things. But I wanted to kind of give you this kind of comparative A to comparative B to show you how the jobs in renting aircraft, like say you rent an aircraft out of SVH, let's say you get lucky and you find a G1000 172 there and you start taking cargo. If you go back to these logistics center, these jobs absolutely stink for XP, and none of these XPs are big. Even the ones that are $26,000, it's got 2 legs, but you're still going 217 miles, 1,302 pounds of cargo. That's huge. 7 passengers. You can only fit 4 in that plane, including yourself. So, and the point is you can only load so much. You can't load in a bunch of different things in there. So just kind of keep track of that. We're going to kind of break down the aircraft rental here in the next video, getting you from point A to point B, and using that level mission. We'll kind of use mine as our kind of catalyst to be able to explain how some of that works, and how to get from point A to point B, and how to move your pilot around, that kind of thing. So anyway, more to come on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit of a lot of information, but unfortunately, if you're going to stick with flying, it is nothing but information. So take it all in, learn, get better, be better today than you were yesterday, and you'll be okay. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with more of these, and also my FS adventures. We'll be incorporating this in our other sims and stuff on the channel as well, as this sim grows. I'm excited to see what happens with it, and I hope you guys are too. But we'll see you here in the next video, guys. We'll see you.